hello. Hi guys. Ugh, my restream stuff ran out. Yeah. So oh, hold on, music's too loud. My restream sub ran out. So it won't be live on Twitch and Twitter as well. So YouTube gets the exclusive Lumia's fucking poor because her bills came out. Yeah. How are you guys doing today? Why isn't the chat popping up now? No! Hold on! Why isn't it popping up? Hold on, I gotta fix this! Are we prepared for cringe? Yes. It's... oh my god. So fucking stupid. Hello? Okay, there we go. Okay, chat's showing now. Is the chat box too small or do I need to make it bigger? How are we doing? Okay, things are showing up. How much is it? For a year, because I pay annually because it's cheaper, for Restream, 190 a year for the Restream. Because, and it just as I was about to start, when I was just about to start, also multi-streaming on Kick, of course, it's like, nope, your ass is poor, and I'm like, thanks for reminding me. So, once bills process through and I get paid, I will, redo, that, yeah. But is the chat box size okay? I made a new one just for YouTube. So let me know if it's too small or if it's too large and everything like that. Yeah. It's you, Paper Frog, whinging about how he's totally being harassed, sent you a DM. Fuck you mean? MommaOcco. Go! You don't have to. You're gonna make me fucking cry. Hold on, I'll send you my PayPal. Well, I don't think I can restart the stream. Like, I'd have to restart the stream to do it on Twitch as well. And I think Rima has it covered on the Twitch side. But I'll probably be doing, like, a nice big not tilder, but a nice big, you know, going over everything stream in, like, you know, the next couple weeks, because some people might be still putting docs together and everything. So I'm gonna be on this man's ass like a fly on fucking shit. I will not let him get away with this fucking bullshit. Because this is what's only been released now. What else are people not talking about right now? Are they still getting evidence together? I will not let this pass. And it's like, I already know he's trying to do damage control in fucking DMs because he is too much of a little bitch to say anything in public. His Twitter status, not Twitter, fucking Discord status is still, please DM me to clear things up. No, fuck you. You don't deserve that. You do not deserve that fucking luxury. So no, I will be there. I will be there. I will make sure this does not fucking die. Because he knows how the drama sphere in terms of VTubing goes. People will pitch a fit over the weekend, maybe halfway into next week. Something else is gonna happen and people will forget. People will stop caring. We already seen that once with the Sylvie Spark thing. It's gonna happen again with this. I already fucking know that. And the person who defended him and everything deleted her tweet and says in a reply, no, in the new tweet that she put out, she said she's not going to look into this. I will pull up the screenshots and we'll look at it together after we go through the second doc. She does not care. She does not fucking care. I don't care if it's like, oh, but she's doing this, handling that. I don't care. You don't brush off people's fucking, you know, shit that they're exposing him with. Yeah. I don't know. Or anyways. This second document is only 10 pages, but it's 10 pages of a lot of shit. And it's gross. It's disgusting. And for palate cleansers, we can look through the funny memes that came out of this as well. Alright, collapse that. Alright. Let's switch over to my other scene. I need to scoot myself over. Okay. Let me zoom in and shrink myself. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry, I'm just dying a little bit. It's okay. Alright. Can everyone see this well? Is everything clear? Everyone can see everything that is on the screen? Don't die, streamer. When I yap too much and get too passionate, I throw out my throat. Not throwing it out in the best way. You know what? I'm gonna grab a drink real quick before I actually fucking die. Give me a second. Me. Alright, I'm back with an energy drink. Because... Angry Ghost, what the fuck? The moment I walk away. Angry Ghost, thank you so much. Okay. I see that tip. Thank you so much. What kind of energy drink? I got Rise Fuel. I got the Ring Pop Berry Blast. Gonna listen while you work? Okay. Thank you for coming by, Dark Resurrect. Alright. So this is the second document for Evil Toaster. And this goes over his abuse of forcing autism diagnoses on people. And apparently, Evil Toaster is a huge advocate of self-diagnosing. I know self-diagnosis can be, you know, a helpful thing for people to, you know, start the process of looking into, you know, getting diagnosed by a professional and everything. It's like, I am iffy with self-diagnosis, but it is way different if you self-diagnose and then you go to somebody to get an official diagnosis to see if this is what you actually have. People who self-diagnose and absolutely refuse to get an official diagnosis, that is a problem. in my opinion. Exactly, Rowan. It's like I haven't been, you know, formally diagnosed with anything. My doctors thought I had ADHD when I was a kid. I was put on pills. My mom didn't like how it basically took away my personality. And then I never took the pills after that. I am clinically depressed though. Self-diagnosis is perhaps like medicine, only good when you use it as it's supposed to, and when it's in the fashion it is needed, question mark. Yeah. It's a whole thing. Yeah. It's always important to go to a professional afterwards. Oh wait, that's why the alerts weren't popping up. Give me a second. Browser. I believe this is the right one. No, it's not. And again, like I said before, I do not want to monetize these streams and everything. I don't want to thank you so much for the support. But it's like when it comes to serious things like this, I purposely, you know, try to keep it as formal and as serious as I possibly can, because I don't like, you know, suddenly going, you know, go to the right and talk about, you know, completely unrelated things. Because it's like, I know as a drama tuber and everything, it's like I don't want to give myself the it's my responsibility to have journalistic integrity and everything, because that's like a college profession. I'm not going to pay for that. But I'll do my best to get all of the information that I can out there. And if there's anything else that I can do to help people get their stories out there, I will do it. And if you guys know anyone, or if anyone who is watching that has things that they want to be told, you can come to me in DMs. You can send me an email and stay completely anonymous. I will help you tell your story the best I can. I know I don't have a large platform, but I can at least help get your story out there. I have friends who have larger platforms than I do that can help just spread this as far as you need it to. And I know I'm getting stupidly sappy, but it's like, I'm not gonna give myself a journalistic integrity, but enough integrity to where you guys can believe that I can do a good job in doing this. Oh, hello, Arch. How are you? Ugh. Oh god, Barch is here. So how... This will be the last thing that I say off topic before I start reading the document. I can't wait to see you play Dustborn since your taxes went towards funding it. And I have a story to tell. I am being abused by a woman very close to me. I'm so sorry for your loss. Alright, everyone. The anonymous victims of Evil Toaster's abuse. To preface, this document is a way for the few victims of Evil Toaster to speak out against the wrong he's done, while still remaining anonymous. I've been giving these screenshots amongst many others as a trusted confidant to keep them anonymous. I want to make it clear this document is to help people also identify how harmful it is to peer review and diagnose people when you aren't trained or taking the proper path, while also highlighting Evil Toaster's situation. However, there is no wrong answer currently in self-diagnosing and formal diagnosing. There are benefits and cons to each, but that is different from what is going on here. I received permission from everyone in this document to share these stories and screenshots. For those who don't know me, I keep my head down. I don't engage in most drama. I stay in my lane. I've spent 7 years when I can working with Crisis Connections, 988 Suicide, and SPSA. So the following stories and screenshots I was given I find very concerning, even if their relation is indirect. I do not condone manipulation. I do not approve of unprofessionally diagnosing your friends, and I do not condone forcing your views and beliefs onto others. Oh yeah, for whoever wants to read along with the bigger chat and stuff, I can post the doc onto the YouTube chat as well. So I'll throw it into the YouTube links if you want to read ahead, or if you want to just follow along as we go. So here's the document for those who want it. There we go. Please understand that Evil Toaster is not a trained professional. They do not have a medical degree. While online autism tests have some accuracy and are a wonderful way to identify traits and get you onto the right path of being diagnosed, they are not a 100% accurate source of diagnosis. I respect the autism community and their support of self-diagnosis, and this is in no way a hit piece against the community, merely identifying one person who is viewed as dangerous and has shoved his agenda onto dozens. Use whatever information you find online safely. Please seek medical professionals if you're able to. Always look out for yourself and always find comfort in your fellow community members. Pushing boundaries and pressing autism onto others. Evil Toaster has a long history of diagnosing and encouraging his friends to take autism tests, going as far as referring to some as his own personal case study. That is disgusting. Even though they've never shown any history or medical background to be qualified, there's nothing inherently wrong with looking out for your friends and trying to support good mental health. However, the frequency that Evil Toaster has shown to do this with dozens of his friends is a red flag. Alright, Evil Toaster. Looking. Anonymous. I haven't been able to sleep properly. Toaster. Yeah, by the way, I thought of more things. Anonymous. Oh, in regards to what, if I may ask? Toaster. To the stuff we talked about. Also, hi, just got back to my desk. Anonymous. Okay, lol, so what's on your mind? Toaster. You're becoming a case study for me on these kinds of topics. And then Toaster gave them a autism test and whatever these numbers mean. They sent Toaster the score. Alright, has the doc been archived to a second location? Yes, I archived this document as soon as I seen it. They say these numbers confuse me. Toaster, you're more autistic than me. Pog. What the fuck is wrong with you, my guy? Ugh. The tests. I've been told by over 10 individuals that at some point in their interactions with Evil Toaster, he has either unwarranted and unpromptedly shoved an autism test onto them, or guided a conversation in a way that he suggests they take the test. I need to take a drink. Alright, and OP of the doc placed this screenshot here saying, online autism tests are not reliable tools for diagnosing autism spectrum disorder. They may be useful for raising awareness and promoting early screening, but they don't take into account environmental or individual factors that may influence results. For example, cultural differences, linguistic variations, and the specific characteristics of the test population can lead to biases in the results. Individuals may unknowingly exhibit biases in their responses, such as overemphasizing certain traits or underreporting others. Did we not take the test on the cord? We did take the test on the cord. Then OP says, please note, I think the term not reliable tools should be lightened and viewed in a better regard. As they may not have 100% accuracy, they have been proven to help identify traits as stated. Self-diagnosis is important because it allows people to receive new information about themselves that may help them mitigate symptoms, validate their experiences, and persuade them to seek professional help. One thing that I will pause here to say is that, it depends on which autism tests you take, because there are autism tests that come from, somewhat reliable organizations. Then there's the Wattpad autism tests that some people take. You don't take the Wattpad autism test. And you don't take an autism test from someone who is trying oh so very hard to try to say you're autistic. Yeah, it's like, it's good, it's funny, it's fun to do it for the meme. But don't take, like, weird looking autism tests or weird anything tests too seriously, in my opinion. You mean the BuzzFeed tests aren't the gold standard? Unfortunately not. I was diagnosed as a skibbity Rizzler autist via Wattpad. It is true. When you're starting to sound like Aunt Hime, stop it. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, where was I? Okay. Self-diagnosing and tests give an opportunity to put their foot in the door and explore a deeper level. However, self-diagnosis becomes harmful when an individual never receives professional diagnosis because there are many symptoms that overlap within others. Someone who engages in self-diagnosis may start identifying with a disorder that isn't part of their psyche, and therefore treat themselves and others differently because of it. Yeah, look at the DID self-diagnosing people. That is a whole nother fucking story that I think I might do a stream on, honestly. I'll do a poll for that. This can lead to an incomplete treatment of mental illness/disorder, which in the long term can have serious effects on a person's mental and physical health, lifestyle, and more. Anonymous. Really? Toaster. Well, the test result alone, yes. Anonymous. Well, that kind of explains a lot in my life, lol. Toaster. Yep. Anonymous. I guess we'll see 100% after I talk with my therapist. Toaster, why? Toaster. I wouldn't necessarily trust a neurotypical with diagnosing you since they fundamentally cannot understand what being autistic, well, what being autistic is like, but that's just my opinion. Also the opinion of, like, almost everyone I know in the autistic community. We are big advocates for self-diagnosis. Toaster! Toaster! Oh my god. No! For professionals, it doesn't matter if they also have autism or not. You want to go to somebody who does not have a bias. You do not want to go to somebody just... Oh my god. Toaster. You're 32 years old. You should know better. I am willing to bet. I am willing to fucking bet money that this man has never gotten formally diagnosed with fucking anything. He is 100% self-diagnosed in all of this. I can feel it in my bones. 32 years dumb. Yes, I agree. Oh my god. It's like, okay, I've said this before. I said this in the other stream. Toaster, I think he fetishizes autism. He goes to vulnerable women and femme identifying people to throw these autism tests at, and seeing how desperate he is for just female interaction and longing. This is a fetish to him. This shit is a fucking fetish to him. Femme presenting. I don't know. It's like, yeah. I think it's a mix of a fetish and a form of control. But granted, seeing it as a fetish, it's also, like, you know, kind of a form of control as well, because he will only look at these people like objects at that point. This man is disgusting. He is fucking disgusting. Oh my god. Hello, Farmer Jack. Everything we read about this guy reads like a how to take advantage of vulnerable women handbook. Honestly. Oh my god. And it's like, I'm horrified to think of what else has happened from people who haven't spoke out yet. Okay, let's continue. Anonymous, so you'd say this test is fairly accurate. Toaster, I mean, do you feel like the scenarios being tested are relatable to your experiences? Sure seems like it by the results. Telling people to avoid neurotypical people from helping them diagnose from a false belief that they cannot understand while they state their opinion. I still find this dangerous to someone so impressionable and trusting, when there is no research to prove this. This is a repeated and common occurrence with Evil Toaster. Hello, Shadow Fox. I've met so right shit bags, but damn queso fish, you found a unique one. And it's like, the fact that I have been seeing things from up to 6 years back from when he was doing Overwatch shit is horrifying. Up to 6 years ago, he's been doing shit like this. Okay. Anonymous. It is hard to know what reserved people think. I had someone I liked a lot before, and it's hard to know what she is thinking. Toaster. I'm having neurodivergent suspicions. Blank. Anonymous. Neurodivergent suspicions? Question mark? Evil Toaster. Me and another autistic friend of mine think Nia may be like us, which honestly would explain so much about her. I wanted to bring it up to her next time we talk, but we haven't had a next time yet. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's a smile, I guess. Make sure you look at the new fun Reddit threads on Toaster. You're gonna have to link it to me. I know the TBA thread, which I'm gonna have to look for any updates for. But I haven't looked at Reddit. If you find anything interesting, please link me. Evil Toaster is frequently spotted DMing people unrelated to another person's autism or lack thereof. Even when the person is being discussed, rejects his personal diagnosis, declines his test, or says they aren't comfortable with it. I'm gonna take a drink. Alright. So the OP of this document kindly gave me the original screenshot for this because I was very curious on what they were saying. So, Evil Toaster shared this completely unrelated person's... I think they're completely unrelated. I'm gonna double check on that real quick. I don't know if it's the same person or something else. Or someone else. Let me quick send them a DM and ask. Just so I'm not misrepresenting anything. Is the long post from a different person? Just double checking. But anyways, this screenshot Toaster just sent to this other person. So let's read the long screenshot. Alright. So this possibly another person. I think it's another person. Did not want to take a autism test or something like that. Christ, that's a lot of words. That's why I'm reading it for you guys. Alright. So, Anonymous says, so if autistic people are more likely to be gender nonconforming or perform gender uniquely, and if our society has an ableist and gender essentialist hegemony. These aren't words I look at often. I'm just gonna say hegemony. Where people are instructed and internalized social punishment, subordination, ostracizing for deviance as self-blamed. Shut up. The potential of double serving or internalizing you are doing things wrong or being weird leads to harmful hegemonic messaging being reproduced to some degree by the general popular consensus, plus of autistics onto other autistics, especially because if you have a white cis-het autistic astroturfed as the leading public voices, and especially when considering scenarios like an individual expressing some radicalized trait of gender, nonconformity, autism, etc., to the general public, plus of autistics, because those traits are always more severely subordinated. I feel like I'm reading a college book. I mean, it's interesting to read. My brain wasn't prepared. Okay. That means there is a huge value in having compartmentalized, idealized entities so you can project the non-masking and or non-passing self into, in order to have more control over how close or how far you mentally distance yourself from it while interacting with other people in general. On top of the extra safety VTubing / avatars offer, because they are by default known to the public as 1, a work of fiction, and not literally your real body and face, and on some level not really you. 2, not capable of showing a deep and fluid range of motion or emotion. 3, overwhelmingly racially ambiguous or easily assumed quote-unquote white. 4, interesting creative expression. When the model / avatar has unusual facial / physical features or style of dress. Then there are the parasocial aspects, where 5 is because the VTuber model is fictional. Some people are unable to distinguish their own projections of media tropes from fiction against real personality traits. 6, autistic vocalizations or verbal oddities without being able to see the speaker are way less, quote, noticeable as odd, unquote. To the kinds of people who would be assholes because their default worldview is everyone is normal until proven otherwise. Well, I can't drink because I work tomorrow. Obviously, the voice is still heavily policed from a gendering and sometimes radicalized standpoint, but what would have been, quote, weirdo noises, unquote, in real life are just nonsensically transposed from anime mo culture to be cute, funny, silly noises. And aside from all those external factors, there is also the idea that autists often centralize self-identity around their interests and things they like to do. So you can apply this to VTubing as visualizing the entity of the non-masking / non-passing self in a more interest-aligned way, or a way that invokes more personal interest in the self. I didn't go to college for this. It's like, I understand what they're getting at, because VTubing is a mask for you. From the probably the tilder that I'm getting is you can be yourself with a VTuber avatar in front of you. You can be as quote unquote silly and everything as you want behind a VTuber avatar, because no one will judge you for it. Which I understand. I understand that. But that can also just be, someone being their self, not necessarily because they have this and this disorder. I can understand what this anonymous person was going for, but also now my head hurts, because those are a lot of new words. VTuber good to prevent real life stalker doxer safety issues. Correct. And I apologize if, to the anonymous person who put this out or whatever. I apologize if I seem a little silly. I didn't understand half of that, but I do understand what you're getting at with that as well. Alright. Let's zoom in and continue. Alright. Other anonymous said, LOL, I'm sorry, I'm so stupid. Toaster, why? Anonymous. Because I don't know how to end a conversation, not awkwardly. Toaster says, autistic trait spotted. No, that is not an autistic trait. I hardly know how to end a conversation, not awkwardly. I usually just throw down a silly cat emote and I go away. I don't know, that's just me though. I'm gonna take another drink real quick. Those words. Because famous people can't get normal in public life. It's annoying to also a safety hazard, such as stalker, dangerous criminals. Correct. You'll see a common trend that any tiny trait can be categorized as an autistic trait. It's reinforced into that person's head by Evil Toaster. The victim in the screenshot confided in me, telling me they didn't ask for this giant monstrosity. They felt stupid receiving it and not understanding it. No, Anand, believe me. I didn't understand a lick of it either. I didn't go to college to read those big fancy words. Okay. Upon saying, I don't know how to end a conversation, not awkwardly, Evil Toaster's instant response was, autistic trait spotted. It's a common trend. Alright, Toaster. A little bit, but you seem to be a lot better at appearing presentable socially than a lot of others. It's more difficult to sense in more outgoing people, I feel. Which is why it's hard to see in Nia. Also, fun fact, some people chalk it up to being introverted itself as neurodivergent. Being introverted doesn't mean you're neurodivergent. That just means you don't want to be by people. What's next? Just because I can smell rain before it happens, does that mean I'm neurodivergent now, Toaster? Do you want to answer me that? Okay. Especially in deficit. Yeah, I think that's the word. Deficit models, which kind of suck. Since there are measurable differences in needs for stimulation and accommodations to get similar amount of work done in introverts. Just like the optimal background music volume between extroverts and introverts. But that's a whole rabbit hole. I like to think I'm quite versed in topics like these. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. Be it about neurodivergency or LGBT plus topics and autism especially. You don't know shit, Toaster. Just because you read things a lot does not make you well versed in the topic. Anonymous, you seem very knowledgeable. I just want to know if I need more help to grow, you know? I don't want to hurt others or make mistakes. I know making mistakes is part of life, but if I can grow and be better, that would be great. Toaster, a friend of mine who very recently got diagnosed is having a great time now. Now that she understands what she needs and knows how to help herself. Funnily enough, she was also ADHD and gender fluid, so the chance was quite high. Anonymous, I see. I wonder what kind of help I would need if I am diagnosed with it. Toaster, in my experience, most people kind of just allow themselves to have better self-care. Hold on, did these ones take... Okay, so these screenshots are a little bit out of order. Because these were at 11:10 a.m., this was at 9:59 a.m. Okay. I just noticed that. Toaster, good question. So, like, basically, if someone is diagnosed with ADHD, it's like a solid 50% chance they'd also test for autism. Some people argue they could be this quote same thing unquote, but I'm not opposed to that idea entirely. Do you have ADHD? I want to say you mentioned that. Anonymous, yeah. Evil Toaster. And you're also trans, so Anonymous. We never tested for autism in my family. Toaster. 80% chance you would test for autism. That doesn't sound correct. Anonymous. My parents, when young, only thought I had trouble concentrating. Toaster. Very high overlap between trans people and autism, fun fact. 1, a lot of children can't concentrate very well because their little brains are fucking firing everywhere. These numbers are false, but there's some validity to his statement. Autism does have correlation to ADHD and trans, but not causation. While members of ADHD and trans have higher chance of being diagnosed with some form of autism, it is not a guarantee. I'll link source materials and documents below for anyone interested, which I appreciate, OP. I appreciate that you can put out actual research papers and stuff. I'm definitely going to look into it and everything. So I appreciate you greatly. Toaster, I also had a 2-hour call with Blank last night. It was nice. Anonymous, yeah, she told me. Toaster, she's one of us. Anonymous, what do you mean? Toaster, autistic. Anonymous, did she take that test or... Toaster, no, but she checks all the boxes, and apparently she's been reading and researching on it already for a long time, which in itself is a box checked. Just because you're interested in something, and you look into it a lot, does not mean you have the thing. What does this mean? Because I researched serial killers a lot when I was in school, does that mean I checked the box for being a future serial killer? No, it doesn't. Quinn, you're not helping here. Jack, no! That's not the point. You're not supposed to say that. Does that explain the Guro fetish? No! My autism is medical grade. They nailed me right out of preschool. I see. Hypochondria is a thing. Also, I read a lot of stuff like quantum physics cannot create a singularity. It's like my sister has hypochondria. I swear she has WebMD bookmarked on her phone. It's terrible. Another example from yet another anonymous individual who was labeled as autistic by Evil Toaster. The person in the screenshot did not request any information about how Evil Toaster viewed them. He elected to label someone untested and without their consent as autistic. Anonymous Experience 3. Unfortunately, this one was done entirely in the form of a call on Discord, so the only evidence that it occurred is confirmation of the meeting. Anonymous. Hi, Toaster. I wanted to look into getting formally tested for autism, and I was wondering if you can help me understand what the process looks like, or if you feel it's something necessary. A couple of things have started coming up in my personal life, and I think it would be beneficial for me to get an understanding of what I struggle with in a neurological and emotional sense. I'm down to sit on a call with you when we both have some free time, or we can discuss it over text chat, whatever you think is easier. Toaster, yeah. Anonymous. What's your usual streaming schedule if you have one? Toaster, great question. Anonymous. The historical schedule, LOL. Okay. If you happen to have a free hour from work within the next couple days, I'll hit you up if I don't see you live. Toaster, sounds good. And then Toaster sends this link from a person called Fembot. And they said not self-diagnosed, not medically diagnosed, but a secret third thing, peer-reviewed. This individual reached out to Toaster for help, hoping that Toaster's experience could help them come to terms and start the process of a professional diagnosis. Toaster sent them a tweet that they either thought was funny or relevant, which says not self-diagnosed, not professionally, but peer-reviewed. It's insane to think that an untrained individual could ever diagnose someone regardless of any experience they might have personally. The two called, and during the call, Evil Toaster once again said that a professional diagnosis was unnecessary. Oh, I need to take a drink. After recounting the events that happened on the call with me, this individual explained a much more upsetting call, unlike a few others in the same shoes as them. They were not ready for how abrasive Evil Toaster was, nor were they ready for how heavily Evil Toaster would declare his findings to be, "You have autism." Closing statement. In the middle of making this, I won't lie, I believed it would be a somewhat simple document. I have read a ton of disgusting conversations between Evil Toaster and a few others, and I'll just post them and give a brief explanation on why it's wrong in the victim's views. It wasn't long into the night that I realized the big issue. This involves more than just Evil Toaster and a few anonymous individuals. If I word this wrong, get any information incorrect, or don't do my due diligence and start researching as much as I can, I could do more harm than good. I had to make sure everything I've learned, have been taught and researched in the past and present are as accurate as I can be sure. I'd done more research on autism than I did in college, and I had reached out to a few specialists I've befriended along the course of my life. I didn't want to just be some guy posting screenshots on the internet. In writing all of this and going through almost 50 screenshots, I realized I need to center the focus of the document to just his toxic and dangerous behavior in diagnosing those around him with autism. Oh, excuse me. At moments, I felt sick at the manipulative behavior and the way he takes his friends in their friendship circle dynamics and guides them along behind the scenes in one-on-ones for his own benefit. I'm a passionate person, but for this, I have to remain objective and be the voice for those who are too scared to speak up or unable to face the problems they have faced. Hindsight is truly 2020 because oftentimes you don't realize the threats and dangers you've been in till you have time to review them. I hope with this everyone remains safe. I hope everyone stays informed and trusts in themselves. For those who took the time to read this, I thank you. I hope this document didn't offend you in any way. Most importantly, please continue to support our collective cry for a healthy community. And thank you to OP for sending all of these resources at the bottom. I don't know if you're here in chat. Oh, there you are. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I think it's Audiosu. Is it Audiosu? I think. But thank you so much for doing this and everything. And thank you again for, you know, providing that other screenshot. It's like, it was a lot of words I did not understand, but I definitely learned a lot. And I know I already read the 54-page document on Thursday. But let me see. I'm gonna check Twitter real quick to see if there's anything new that has popped up. Because it's always at random points of the day where new things just kind of get thrown down. I'm like, oh, yay, a new one. Okay. Oh yeah, there was actually another thing that I seen last night. I get my bookmarks. A couple of things, actually. We have this one, which I need to double check the... I need to, you know, see how accurate this is. But apparently, this was back in 2019. Evil Toaster is friends with Evie. I remember seeing her getting exposed a while ago for being a pedophile. Evil Toaster was friends with this woman and refused to call her out on her stuff. So Evil Toaster said this, I believe, in February of 2019. Where he says, why are people upset at people publicly calling out public misbehavior? All those take it to DMs, people just want their buddy protected from consequences they deserve, to be honest. Stop blaming on a streaming platform in front of an audience of hundreds and you won't get called out. Someone named Fran says, don't claim to be quote-unquote friends with someone if you want to kick them while they're down in public, so you can seek attention to stay relevant. Toaster says, flaming people isn't being down. What do you mean? Fran says, obviously it's a shitty thing to do, but she needs help. Not you to be the PMA police on Twitter. Toaster says, I tried wholly. This person said, make a statement, you coward. You refuse to make a statement about your friend Eva, who was exposed as a pedo. Are you going to refuse to make a statement on your own recent manipulation and abusing accusations as well, weirdo? The other thing that I seen, again, I'll have to look into this one a bit more, but I just found that very interesting. Oh, here we go. Here's the other one that fucking disgusted me to no other level. Fucking hello. Twitter, can you please stop breaking? I will cry. Where is it? Here we go. This one is from Aimbach, something like that. They said, I saved someone from ending their life on stream. I didn't have that big of a platform. Then, so I asked a mutual in Overwatch to signal boost. The police showed up and saved their life. After Evil Toaster told me what I did was wrong because I was not a trained professional. Anonymous said, well, that's why I'm confused as to what I could have or should have done differently then. I thought I was saving someone and doing something good. Evil Toaster then said, you should have done nothing other than report the stream. And then I said, that's fucking wild. What? They said, long convo, but the crux was he said that I should not have gone out of my way to save them. Primarily because he said, 1, I am not a professional in the self-help, and 2, because I trauma dumped in order to save this person. I had the mutual have their stream mass report to get them help. And then Ira commented and they said, according to him, it's for trained professionals to help others in self-harm scenarios. He also didn't like me reaching out to mutual for help because he said it was considered trauma dumping. They were streaming Overwatch at the time. I acted on instinct and just wanted to save them. So, Evil Toaster decided he can diagnose people with autism all he likes. He could do whatever, but shaming somebody for saving somebody's life is the line too far. You shouldn't do that. Only professionals should do that. What's wrong with him? You don't have to be a professional to try to do 1, a wellness check, and 2, saving them from killing themselves. No! You don't do that. You don't just say, oh no, it's not my job to save them. I hope someone else in chat's a trained professional because I'm not. No! Oh my god. If you find a professional, it can be too late. Exactly. I'll see if there's anything else that I've seen. Because, of course, Toaster is still not answering anything. He has lost about 400 followers on Twitter. He hasn't streamed. He hasn't posted anything. I have eyes in his server, and it's a whole lot of nothing. I don't know. Like, he has a long list of mods in his server. And I think they're working overtime to delete things. Ugh. It's like, I really hope that one of his mods eventually comes out and says what the fuck's been going on, because there is no way that all of them are just pure 100% die-hard Toaster defenders. And if they are die-hard Toaster defenders, then they should be fucking looked at too. Because after seeing this, I would not let any of them in my community. It's like, sure, it's good to stay low, good to stay quiet so you can gather information. That is understandable. But, God. I don't know, that's just me. I don't know, it's like, okay guys. Just because I want answers, you guys think I should try to DM Toaster to see what he would say? No. Because it's like, there's a high chance that he either one already has me blocked on Discord, or two would block me right away. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna try. I don't, Are you a trained professional? Evil Toaster? No, but I stayed at Holiday Inn. I don't know. It's like, we already know that he is not going to say anything, do anything, until something major happens to him. It's like, I'm already questioning if Twitch is even going to take away his ambassador status. But also, it gives me another reason to just kind of move away from Twitch, because if they are going to purposely keep people like him on their staff, paying him $21 fucking an hour to be a Twitch ambassador, why even be over there and give them money? Why give them the fucking traffic? I know, I am very little, I am minuscule. I don't mean shit to Twitch. But at least it's something. I don't know. It's just... I don't know. Okay. We need a palate cleanser before I go fucking insane. I'm gonna look for some for some funny responses in the original doc and stuff in quotes, because those make me laugh. Those are funny. There should be lots of them at this point. I know, I'm being silly, but it's for my own sanity at this point. Fully Arch? No, that's for Archcast and whenever we're in call together, because that's more fun. Alright. Ancient murals are true to this day. In nature, predators often camouflage themselves from prey, like the copperhead, or the trapdoor spider, and others. Male feminist. True to this day. Time to pull out old reliable. When the random e-celeb you dislike for just being dumb and annoying and unfunny finally is outed for a legitimate reason to dislike him. I've been calling this shit out for months. And it's like, people can back me up here. Win can back me up here, along with a few others. We've been talking shit about this man for months. Person who commented on the original doc. He was like a 32-year-old man talking like a 16-year-old waiting for the doc to drop. Person called it. Shout out to Person, he's great. No, Person. Like purr, like a cat. P-U-R-R-S-O-N. Person. Yes. Oh, Kimmy already put her stuff down. Did I already read this? Actually, you know what? I don't think we read through this on Thursday. I'm going to read through this again. Alright, so Kimmy says, I already put out my experience with Toaster before. Probably not in the best way. Wait, hold on, I did see her stuff. She posted it, like, last year, I believe. Or was that someone else? I'm gonna have to go into my bookmarks again. But I've been badmouthed for siding with an abuser simply because I didn't choose sides when two people I knew were going through a dispute. I was guilt-tripped and given ultimatums. I asked for proof as I was being made to choose between friends, one very new, one I'd known for a long time. But that just made me apparently side more with an abuser. I was told numerous times to get tested for autism as I showed signs. I lost a lot of mutuals and connection and was pretty much outcasted after trying to talk about it. All I wanted was friendship, but somehow got dragged into something that that had nothing to do with me, simply because I knew the other person. All right. Ugh, really? Need to open these in new tabs. Okay, can I? All right. So Toaster says, I don't get how you can be this neutral on this. Okay, let me put this in more blatant terms. Let's say I had two friends. One of those days, those friends decided at any time they saw me, they would beat the shit out of me until I bled. I decided I would like to keep living, so I cut them off entirely. I tell my other friend what happened. They say "Sorry," and they hang out with them the same day, laughing and being happy. I remind them this person beat the shit out of me, and they say sorry that happened, but they're still going to be around. There's a difference between words and actually being beat the fuck out of, which clearly you haven't been. Do you still think this person is your friend? Do you think this person respects you if they are willing to value said person over your actual safety? Or to shift the perspective, if you were the person in the middle and you had a friend who was beating the shit out of one of your other friends, what would you do with those two people? If your friend said, "Hey, your other friend is beating the shit out of me. I would really appreciate it if you valued my safety and stability to keep them away from us while we continue to be friends." Would you just be like, "No"? Would you still see the abuser friend the same, or just be like, "Oh, that issue is their problem"? Like, it has nothing to do with you. You're talking about this issue like it's not so black and white when that just doesn't make sense. There's a harmful, hurtful person in the circle, and you can either protect your circle of friends by cutting them out, or ruin the entire integrity of the circle by trying to depersonalize every relation and accommodate abusers and innocent people. In the interest of what exactly? Um, if it doesn't affect me, I don't care. Toaster then says, if I was a woman and I said I was abused by a man, would you have taken that more seriously? Kimmy says, no. And also Toaster. Shut up. Toaster, I asked that question without even thinking of which answer would be worse. Kimmy, don't go there with me. I've never given any indication that I'm like that. I've told you that's not how I think on multiple occasions. Toaster, it's an impossible standard at the end of the day. Just a matter of how close we are to it. Kimmy says that sentence made me really angry. Don't say that to anyone because it will not be taken lightly. Evil Toaster, which sentence? Kimmy posts the first sentence here. Toaster, I am just trying to figure out why I had to explain it in the way I did for you to understand the situation. Kimmy, you just don't say that, Toaster, regardless. That's one of those things that you never ever say. I'm gonna take a drink. Ah. Kimmy, your new model is really cool, by the way. Congrats on the debut. Toaster, shaken. Kimmy, did you have fun? Toaster, smile. Kimmy, what's wrong? Toaster, I can't deal with the answer you gave me about the Cecile situation. Kimmy, it's just how I deal with things. Can I not state my opinion? I had a feeling something was up. Why not just talk to me about it? Toaster, what do I even say? Kimmy, exactly what you just said above. We can be adults and talk about stuff. I'm not going to start an argument or anything. Toaster, then what am I supposed to do? As an adult, if my friends are willing to value whatever someone who abused me does for them over the entirety of myself. Kimmy, all I said was that it was her choice what she decided to do. That's all it was. And you expressed your concerns to her, and she's doing whatever she's doing. So it's up to you what you want to do. That's all. Toaster, you gave me the case that what happened between you and the abuser and the friend in question is someone on the outside. Kimmy, I don't know what I said that was bad. Toaster, you said I can't fault someone for making that choice. Kimmy, yeah, because you can't force her to choose. What would you force her? What would you want to force her? Toaster, I mean, obviously I can't force anyone to do anything, but I can fault her for it. Kimmy, enough said. I never said you can't be upset about it. In my example with an ex, I also said how I didn't like it. Toaster, then why would you let your friend stay friends with them if they did the awful things you said they did to you? Assuming we're talking about the same person and I got my memory right. Kimmy, cause I can't force them and I don't want to make them choose. That's just my choice. Toaster, you don't want to make your friends choose between you and your abuser? Excuse me. Kimmy, I'm not just going to give my friends an ultimatum. No, it's not how I do things. Toaster, makes no sense to me. Kimmy, you don't want to force your friends, but you kinda are with an ultimatum. Toaster, I'm not forcing them to choose a specific option. Yes, you are. I'm telling them to prioritize me over my abuser, or otherwise they have shown in that act they are not my friend. The only way it makes sense to not even ask a friend to do that is if they are just if to do that is if I just have no self-respect. Though I thought I was actually as worthless as I was made to be by how I was treated and thought I deserved that, then sure, it's not up to my friends to prioritize me because I deserved it. But I didn't deserve that. So why would anyone respect me, want to be welcoming to someone who abused me? If they are willing to put their own comfort over mine by avoiding the confrontation or just valuing whatever they do for them over my safety and mental stability, they aren't a friend. That's not friend behavior. So Toaster's entire friend circle right now is just if you're friends with this person, I don't want you anywhere near me. Guilt by association is how I like to roll, my dude. That type of thing. Yeah, yeah, it's that. Alright. Let's try to find some funnies. Season Trail probably reevaluating her friend circle right now. Mickey, no, Milky. Kisa. Right, so you're telling me Evil Toaster went from being a nuisance in the Overwatch community to being a nuisance in a completely different community. So this is what it's like getting jump scared. Well, the person who said therapy doesn't work needs therapy. Evil Toaster, remember when you tried to debate me about mental health? Might want to check yourself, buddy. Maybe try to find it actually helpful mental health professional. I hate Twitter doesn't show all of them. Please. You suck, Twitter. Into the father situation? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Fucking. Hold on, I think. Oh, I need to look on TVA real quick to get those screenshots. Give me a second. TVA, please. There's more pages. Oh, God. No, those were clips. Okay, so I guess this is also a... This is interesting. Else Alright. So apparently someone posted a reply, someone called Doritos R6. Says, "Hi, I wanted to drop a little lore on Toaster for you. I occasionally would watch them as far back as 2015. They rose to prominence by being a pro fighting game player who got into Overwatch. Eventually, they somehow managed to become pretty good at playing Orisa, or I don't know who that is, and were a top 400 player. They surrounded themselves with people who were seen as misfits for only playing one hero in the game and preached a persona of positivity and inclusion. But it all fell apart after a year or so when they would go into games looking to instigate drama. Toaster would proceed to throw game after game in any way possible, and if anyone dared to call him out, he would default to the victim and have a fake emotional breakdown on stream. Or worse, would digitally stalk those who he felt offend him, attack them, and then scream harassment or transphobia. Oh yeah, somewhere around this time he claimed to be trans but never went anywhere. And send his community to run interference for him. There's a lot more stories I could tell, but the bottom line is Toaster is a vile troll who's done everything from fake being trans or a family member's death for sympathy and clout. Create an entire community whose sole mission was to attack anyone who he saw was not worthy, under the guise of defending him and promoting inclusion and positivity. There were even some semi-convincing screenshots that showed they were having some sort of internet relationship with a supposed minor. It was never confirmed, but I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, and they are lying about their age. I don't know what's the whole, oh, I'm 29 thing when Toaster was in their mid-30s back in 2016. That alone screams predatory notions. I don't know how to feel about this one, my guys. I need to, I don't know. It's something that I'm gonna need to, yeah, provide receipts or it didn't happen. I might message this person and ask, because I didn't see this. I will message this person and see if they got any more screenshots or clips from back then. Alright, I'm gonna hide the screen for a second, just in case, because TVA likes getting a little spicy sometimes. Next paragraph of that last image. Also, funny enough that back then they weren't a VTuber, they had a face cam, but went through a whole period of no cam streaming because they got called a husky on Twitter after going into a teammate's stream after a loss in Overwatch, accusing them of random BS. Okay, here it is. Okay. So the now deleted post from Alicia was, "Fuck it, I'll bite. Evil Toaster is one of the kindest people I know. They have been friends with me before either of us became VTubers." So I would like to see that history. Them being excited for a way to connect more to others shouldn't be twisted into this bitchy ass narrative. Yeah, I don't like the feature. Calling him a creep is such an ugly thing to do just because they like the idea of easier collabs with friends. Ridiculous. In light of this, I'd like to bring up some positive things Toasty has done. Brought more autism awareness to Twitch as a whole, charity streams. And personally, check in on me, though I'm a distant person, tries to bring their friends together more. It's afraid to express when there's a problem, when they are having leading to express when there's a problem they are having leading to good communication. And then this is a newer post. That was before the doc. And then this is the new one. Well, her new post. From, like, right after the doc was posted. Alright. So she said, I deleted my tweet about a friend of mine just now, and I want to be clear why. I have other things to worry about, especially with my walking progression this month. If Toaster did something bad, holy shit, that sucks massively. And I feel bad for the people he hurts. If he didn't, then hope things get cleared up. I realize that I'm not here to defend or stick up for people when I don't even know what's going on. I'm not going to make some grandstands for the sake of clout or a good name. Because the reality is, I just hope they all feel better about the situation. It just doesn't involve me. Some people didn't realize that I made a tweet saying it's stupid to call Toaster a creep over a Twitch feature. 14 hours later, a Google document came out about him. I never meant to defend him or deny someone affected by him. I also don't stand against him, though. Because, again, I'm not informed. See, this is the line that pisses me off. Because, again, I'm not informed and I don't want to be. She does not want to look into what the fuck has been going on. Because, again, I'm not informed and I do not want to be. It's like, I get it. But, like, don't brush people off like that. I get that she's recovering. But don't just say, I don't want to be informed. It's like, I hope her recovery goes well, because cancer fucking sucks. And I hope speedy recovery and everything. But it's still, that's just worded so poorly. Online is exhausting. I'm just vibing and deal with real life. Wishing the best to all parties involved. Much love, y'all, and hope that clears the air a bit on where I stand. Which I ain't standing because I'm sitting, cause this ain't about me. It's about the people affected. I'm not someone in their situation. Yeah, it's just like, I hope she can kind of clear that up a bit when things calm down. Or just, like, delete this post. One of the two. Okay, I'm gonna hide this again because TVA can be a little spicy. Because now there's 6 pages on TVA under his thread, so I need to see how it has been. Oh, there's Curry. Hi, Curry. Not in chat, but on TVA. Okay, I'm not gonna put up TVA because, names are spicy, but I'm gonna read what this person said. They said, I don't understand why this guy cried about people not reaching out to him to have fun when he literally collabs every day. He sneaks his way onto Zentrea's stream like 2 to 3 times a week. He should have been happy with what he had. He somehow gets 150 people in his stream despite anyone else who collabs with Zen growing past him. He still has a good amount. Honestly gives narcissistic vibes. The guy wanted more and more power over others, like, sister, the hell's your problem? Which I agree. Let's see, anything else? New duck, we already did. Okay, okay, there isn't really anything else that I can see here. Yeah. Excuse me. Alright, I don't believe there's anything else right now. I know I mostly just wanted to yap about this because it was new and I wanted to yap and scream and everything. So, this is probably just gonna be a nice short little stream because why not? It's like I was thinking of should I stream today or not? Then the toaster thing dropped in the middle of me, you know, watching Rima because I was happy, you know, watching my horse wife and everything. Yes, she's a horse. She's not beating the accusations of being a horse. I will go as far as force. She is a fox horse, but there's no getting rid of the horse. You enjoy the yap? I'm happy. Let me like how your avatar kind of looks like a librarian. Thank you. Hold on. Let me pull her hair up. Hold on. There we go. Now she can look even more like a librarian. Everyone scream horse at her. I mean, Rima is still live. I can throw you guys over at her. And you could just scream horse. She looks more like an office worker. There. Actually, hold on. Akko's live now. The new meta is Coyote. Okay. Hold on, what's Akko doing right now? Oh, Akko is playing zombie game with a few others. A lot of Wile E. Coyote memes. Yeah, MommaOcco. You know what? I'll throw you guys over at Akko. She is zooting. She's zooting zombies. That's fine. Let me set up that redirect real quick. But thank you guys for joining in on an absolute fucking headache. I have no idea. You'd have to ask her yourself. I don't get into other people's shit because not my circus, not my monkey, and all that. Redirect. MommaOcco. There we go. Alright, everybody. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow we are going to be playing more Faith, the Unholy Trinity for more achievement hunting. Good night. Have fun. And if more toaster stuff drops, I will be screaming about it on Twitter. Alright. Nighty night, everybody.